to be president of the United States, first term, reduced the whole campaign question to a simple formula. He would say, it's the economy, stupid. All these things flow into the economy. And when we talk about debt and being overborrowed, I'll remind you that for a period of 3 or so years, I worked very closely with the gentleman who is now the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Musalia. We formed a political party. Sometimes even scholars form political parties. So I told you about Chinua Achebe's People's Redemption Party.
Yes.
Yeah, and I flatter myself with the thinking that I walk in the footsteps of those kinds of giants and stand on their shoulders. So we formed a political party.
Yeah.
It was called ANC, Amani National Congress. And one of the things that we kept on harping on with the gentleman who is the Prime Cabinet Secretary today was debt. And we kept on saying that the public debt should be published.
Yeah.
It should be publicized. We should know whom we owe how much, the sovereign debt. We should know whom we owe how much, when it was borrowed, what interest it has since attracted, how we are paying, when we hope to finish paying, what the money did, and the like. Now, when he is in that space, it has swallowed him. He doesn't talk about these things. I think there must be something about those spaces. You get into them and they swallow you. If you don't want to be swallowed, you run away very quickly and continue articulating the things that you are articulating before. But, and this is a very big but, in the year 2023, Kenyans went through a very painful financial season. It was the beginning of the attrition that we are suffering today. And President William Ruto, together with Musalia Mudavadi, were repeatedly telling Kenyans it's because we are paying debts. And they were saying, after 2 years, we will have no more debts. Just give us 2 years. And after 2 years, we shall have paid all our debts. And everything that we are going to be doing in this country is going to spend our own money. That is another question for Audit. Can you tell us that debt, how big it was? Never mind that you may not be the ones who had borrowed. And after that, how much more have you borrowed? And what happened to the promise that you made about 2 years? It's now 4 years.
Yeah. Prof, as we head to 2027 and the plans around that, there is the Mwananchi factor and their plan around that and what they want to achieve. Would you reckon that where we find ourselves today as a country, that Mwananchi knows what they want, they would vote for that, and they would keep the political class accountable to the promises that they give?
There is a bit of a challenge with a certain demographic of the voting Mwananchi. I stated earlier on that there is a cause to have a lot of faith in the new generations, the Gen Zs and the millennials. And one would want to hope that this is not just about them as voters, but them as leaders. That they continue to know what we want, and that unlike the crowds that we see harassing and terrorizing James Orengo when he goes to a funeral, and the ones that we see clobbering Godfrey Osotsi, that the majority of the young people understand that this is their country.